All right, so we're going over place value. One place over tens, two places over is hundredths, 1, 2, 3 places over 1, 2, 3 is thousands, and you'll see it like 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 3 places over. The next one is, who knows what? 10,000s. Yeah, you tack on one more 0. Okay. And so, again, I'm writing it out as a number because the number of zeros, and when I say 10,000s, 10,000, where in the world is 10,000s? But if I write this number out, I can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. That tells me it's 1, 2, 3, 4 places over. So this is my 10,000s. And I would normally see it like 1, 2, 3, 4 places over. Then, who knows this one then? Yes, ma'am. 100,000s. We just tack on 1 0. Okay. And so the number of zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, tells me that 100,000s is 5 places over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the one that I just want you to memorize is that there's 2 of them that I want you to memorize. The next one is what place value? Gianfranco, what? Millions. So I'm actually going to write. That's okay. All right. So that's millions. And millions has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 places over. And I forgot to write this one. So this one here is 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one you'd see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I always say memorize millions. There's 6 zeros in millions because if I can memorize millions, 100,000s is 1 left of that. It's going to be 5 over. And I always say memorize thousands, which is 500,000, 3 places over, because 1 to the left then is 100ths, 1 to the right is 10,000s. So thousands, 3 places over, 10,000s, 4, hundreds, 1 less than that, 2 places over. Millions, 6 places over, 100,000s, 1 less, 5 places over. And then who knows over here, who knows what place value this is? Somebody else? Samuel, what place is this right here? It's the ones place. And this one is the, Jesse, what? The tens place, yes. And this one is the hundreds. And we can go on and on. So what we're doing today, I'm not quite sure. We're going to find out. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. We're going from fraction, most of them. So flip it over. We're going from fraction to decimal. So, okay. How do I say this? 9/10. It has, and this is here I'm bringing up the 0. How many zeros are there in tenths? How many zeros are there in 10? 1. That means when I'm writing this, I'm going to put my decimal, and I'm going to put just 1 little line. That's how that helps me a lot. 1 0, 1 line. So, who thinks they know of all of these answers?
0.9.
Okay, shh. How many of you think it's the D? How many of you think it's the C? How many of you think it's the B? How many of you think it's the A?
Yes.
It is the A. 9/10. Okay. So it is the A. And then look at this one. It says 8 17/100ths. How many zeros does 100 have? 2. Guess how many little lines I could draw? 2. So that would be something like, by the way, it's going to have an 8 for sure in the front. 8 and it's going to be 2 little lines. Well, before I say anything, okay, how many of you think it's going to be the A? How many of you think it's going to be the B? How many of you think it's the C?
Yes.
Very good. It is the C. 8 and, all I could put here was the 17. 8 and 17/10. And that is it. Okay. then, oh, this is a good one. Okay, so now it says write the equivalent decimal or fraction. So, oh, this is cool. I love these. I get goosebumps. I love these. Okay, right? So, look carefully. We're going to turn this into a fraction. I want you to count how many digits, including the 0, from the decimal. I don't need this front 0. All that front 0 means is I have no whole number. So it's just going to be part of a whole. So somebody just said it. How many digits from that decimal?
3.
1, 2, 3, which means I get to draw, put a fraction. I get to draw 1, 2, 3 zeros. Guess what I'm going to put in front of that 0? A 1. So, well, we don't, yeah, we're trading in the decimal for the fraction, but I'm glad you brought that up. It's one or the other. So we're taking the decimal, and now we're making it into thousands, because thousands was 1, 2, 3 over. 1, 2, 3. Now, who knows how many thousands we have?
3.
People? 12. So this says, well, in fact, before I say anything, do you think it's the A answer? The B? The C? That's it. 12 thousands. But I just need you to know how we get that. So, oh, this is an interesting one. Okay, I'm not going to say a word. I'm going to challenge you. This number 4. Okay. All right. Just kind of peek through. How many of you think it's going to be the A? The B? The C? The D? The D is correct. In fact, let's see how they got that. Okay, so I know there's a 2. We're trading it for a fraction. Okay. How many places to the right of that decimal can I count? 1, 2, 3, 4, which means I get to write how many zeros? 4. So I get to write 1, 2, 3, 4, and put a little 1 in front of it. So I know now that that is the 10,000s place, and you don't have to put a comma. And then how many 10,000s do we have?
6,100.
That's it. And so that is correct. Oh, I have to be mindful of our time. Okay, I have, because today is our short day. And guys, don't bang on the door anymore like that. That was terrible. All right, so math 6, we go from 10:10 to 10:40. Let's look at our time. Okay, we have about 19 minutes left. All right. This is the schedule as it is. We just had a special one day last week because we changed everybody's schedule. My 3rd, 4th, 5th graders went to contained. You all came to me. Mr. Katai got science and health. So just for that one day, we had a special day. But now we're back to our old Wednesday schedule. All right. So now, all right, I'm not going to write the word name. Maybe I will for some of them, but all right. So who thinks they know how to say this number? Who can say that whole thing?
8 over 8.
8 and, what is that fraction? 8/100ths. 8 and 8/100ths. Now we're going to write it as the equivalent decimal. I'm not going to write it out by words. That's, you know, it's going to take us forever. So I know it's an 8. I'm trading the fraction for a decimal. Now, who knows how we can tell how many little lines we should draw past the decimal? Samuel. How many zeros? And that's why I went through all this. Those zeros help immensely. So there are 2 zeros. That means we draw 2 lines. Now, does anybody know? So we're done with this place value hundredths. I know that's hundredths. Who knows where the 8's going to go? The first or the second?
Second.
Okay, now let me show you why it's not the first. Because I have to show you. Because if we say it's 2 lines and I put an 8 here, what would I have to fill in here? A 0. But now it says 8 and 80 hundredths. But we only have 8 and what? 8 hundredths. So the 8 has to go here. So do you see the difference if you put it in the front? It's going to be 80. So we don't want that. It is not that. All right. So then, now I know the first number. Oh, but by the way, before we say write it as a decimal, who can say it completely in words? We're not going to write it in words, but we're going to say it. Jesse, what?
16 and 114
thousands. That's it. 16 and 114 thousands. So now we know we have a 16. We're trading that line, fraction line, for a decimal. And then who knows how many lines we should draw? Christian, how many lines should we draw? Liliana, were you about to say? How many? 3. Perfect. So pay attention. Head up. 1, 2, 3. It couldn't be easier than that. So 1, 2, 3. And this is easy. Will 114 fit here? 114? Yeah, so we can just transfer it. And you say it the exact same way. 16 and 114 tenths, hundredths, thousandths. So you say it the same way. Now the rest of them, we're going to take them and make them into fractions. Oh, fun, fun, fun. I love these. These are great. Did you do this last year as a 5th grader? No? Okay. All right, Gianfranco, what do we need for sure?
With a 65 whole first.
So 65 whole. And I'm trading my decimal for a fraction. Now, the first thing you want to do, Christian, put your head up, sweetie, is I need to figure out what that bottom number is going to be. Gianfranco, what do you think?
I think it's 100.
And how do you know that?
Because there is 22 right there.
Which is 2 places over. 2 places over gives you, you did it exactly perfect, 2 zeros. And we put a what in front of it?
A 1.
A 1. And then, what are we going to put on top? How many hundredths do we have? 22. And we're not going to reduce it today. We'll just leave it just like this. Right. Then, we're just kind of getting the idea how to go from decimal to fraction, fraction to decimal. In fact, we're probably going to do, if there's no way we're going to do all those. I might assign you a few of these, but let's see if we can get some of these in. All right. So this one. Who thinks they know how to say this number? It might be easier to say once we get it into fraction form. 12, okay. In fact, I didn't mention that, but you said something very good, is here's my end. The first 2 things I should say is what those 2 numbers are, 12 and 37. 12 and 37, and then I name the place value. So I'm going to do it the long way is count one by one. Tenths, hundredths, thousands. I said always remember thousands because the next one over is 10 thousandths. So there we've set it. In fact, we know we have a 12. We're trading the decimal for a fraction. How many places to the right is it? Altogether. 1, 2, 3, 4. Christian, get your head up, sweetie. So there's, I get 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros, and what should I put in front of it? A 1. And then how many 10 thousandths do we have? 37. 12 and 37 10 thousandths. I hope you're getting the hang of this, kind of, maybe. All right. Then, what about this number 9? Well, but it's 5 something. It is just, the number itself is 5. Very good. Because it's 1, 2, 3. I'm trading in my decimal for a fraction and putting 1, 2, 3 zeros because I had 1, 2, 3 numbers. And then what am I going to put in front of those? Going to put a 1. And who knows what I'm going to put on top then? 5. We've got 5 thousandths. Then I know this 11 through 22 we're not doing today because those just are going to take too long to explain. That is going to be for another day. All right, then. Yeah, and by the way, I think what I'll do is your George Washington one, it should have been hooked with another one. Just give it to me tomorrow, and I'll collect it as you come in. So if you didn't finish it, you can finish it, and I'll find yours, Liliana, because I know you did put it here. All right, so let's go ahead and look at this one. Who thinks they know? I'm not even going to try to say it. I'm going to trade in my decimal for the fraction. Yeah, how many zeros should I put on the bottom? Haley, how many do you think?
10,000.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to be 4 0. Let's see if that's 10 thousandths. And I think you're right. 4 places, 4 zeros. And then how many 10 thousandths did we have? 4.
Wait, we got number 9 wrong. It's 100. There's only 3 fives. I mean, there's only 3 zeros.
We only have 3 zeros, sweetie.
1.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Alrighty. So we're done with those. We're not going to do these because this involves something else. Yeah. But it's not that hard. It's just that I don't want to get into it when we only have 5 minutes left. Yeah. No, we have actually 10. I think we could do it. No, we don't. Guys, I have the schedule. It's until 10:40. Go over to this last page. Oh, and I've got mixed up answers here. Wow. 6 through 25. Oh, these answers here are for 6 through 25. Can we start doing some of these together and I'll leave some for you to do? What do you mean no?
Can we just do these for homework? 6 through 25.
Let's start some of them because this is fractions and decimals and I want to cover all. So I'm going to try to get down at least 2 columns. Who thinks they know how to say this one as a...
9 and 10.
It's 9 tenths. So how do we write it as a decimal?
Miss Schwartz, they're at the door. I think it's time.
Okay, it is, sir. It's not time. I'm going according to the schedule. We're not going according to their schedule or people banging on the door. That's the way it is. All right, so who knows how many places over I should draw? I'm going to trade it in for decimal. How many lines should I draw? 1. Guess what we're going to put on that line? A 9. 9 tenths. How many lines am I going to draw for this one? 1, 2. What are we going to put on this one? 35. They are. We don't have a new schedule. This is it. All right. Who knows how many lines I'm going to draw for this one? It's going to be 1, 2, 3. What? No, I mean, if I confuse you, let me know. 1, 2, 3 zeros, 1, 2, 3 lines. Where am I going to put that 81, in the front or the back? The back. Very good. Otherwise, it would have been 810. So, and fill it in with a 0. We're going to do maybe one more. Okay, this one is 16 and. The number 12 is 4 and. The number 13 is 9 and. Okay. Who knows how many lines I'm going to draw for this one? 2. 2 zeros, 2 lines. How many lines are we going to draw for this one? 3. 3 zeros, 3 lines. How many lines are we going to draw for this one? Very good, 3. Now this last one, do we have enough room to put 417? Yes. 417, 9 and 417 thousandths. Where am I going to put the 12 on this one?
At the end.
At the end. And fill it in with a 0. And this one, can we put the 19 right here? And we're just going to do these last 3, and I'm going to tell you what you're going to do for homework. But it's just that one class out there. It's not everybody's. You don't follow people. You follow the rules. Follow the rules. All right, so if they jump off a cliff, don't jump off with them. All right, so who knows what this one's going to be? It's going to be what? 87, how many? Oh, this is a fraction. Trading it in for a fraction, fraction, fraction. Who knows how many zeros this one's going to have on the bottom? 2 zeros and a 1. How many zeros is this one going to have on the bottom? 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and a 1. Who knows how many zeros this one's going to have? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wait, what do we put on the top of them?
Just the number. So the first one is going to be 87 hundredths. The next one's going to be what? 22 thousandths. And the next one's going to be what? 563 ten thousandths. We're going to do this last row. I'm not going to cave to what they're doing out there. All right, so this is 8 and 16 and, trading our decimal for a fraction, 37 and. Who knows how many zeros for the first one? Very good. 1, 2, 3. So it's thousandths place. And we'll finish this one up. How many thousandths did we have? 9. This one is how many zeros are we going to draw? 1, 2, 3 numbers to the right. 1, 2, 3. And how many thousandths did we have? 573. Oh, these are easy. How many zeros are we going to draw? 1, 2, 3. And a what in front? A 1. And very good. You're going to put 69 thousandths. Excellent. Alrighty. So here's what we're going to do. Alrighty. Your job is to finish these. So you're going to finish these and any work you didn't finish.
I already finished 19 and 20.
These answers, by the way, you don't have to find these answers. I know they're right. We did them. But the rest of these will be in here somewhere. Okay? So make sure that you find them and that you cross them off. Is this pretty easy? I have a feeling, could you do these two, the multiple choice? Are those pretty easy? Are they easy?
I only have 5 questions left.
Okay, good. I'll stick with what we just said. We'll stick with just doing these 8. Okay? You guys can pack it up. Is that easy so far, people?
Yes.
Okay. I don't do the rounds on Wednesday. Do you miss that? Going all the way around? Okay. Because some people didn't really participate.
Wait, what?
Like doing the rounds. Did Mr. Type it?
Oh, we have homework?
Did he put problems all around?
Yeah.
That's it. Because today's a short day, short assignment. And you can probably get it done in another class.
When's it due? Tomorrow?
Yes, it's always due the next day. You could do 8 problems, I think. Have a good day, people. So 6th, 7th, and now we do 8th. I need to get this because somebody's got it wrong with the wrong class. I have the right class.
Wednesday's schedule no longer exists. We're following the new schedule that was.
Okay, but the problem is that I'm always gonna be missing my first period. We need to go back to what it was. I'm always gonna be missing my class. Like my first class is 7th period. And so if they take that away and all of a sudden my 6th graders come in.
Where's your new schedule?
No, I have no new schedule. I'm going according to.
Okay, did you check your box? Because she gave everybody new schedules. This no longer exists.
Okay, then I'm wrong. I have to say something. But does it take away my?
I don't know what, we're just following, there's not gonna be any more, so whatever you have, your schedule for Monday to Tuesday, that's gonna be the same for Wednesday. So you
So
might
then
wanna
I'm
go
always
check your box.
missing, if it's the same exact time, then I'm always missing my 2nd period. Because they're coming in, like, they were banging on my door, I had my 7th graders coming in, and my 6th graders are coming in.
On Wednesdays, when we're on, we go straight to third period. We don't go to second.
So I'm always missing my 2nd period. So I'm missing my 2nd period always
On Wednesday because of maths. Yes. So if you would like to go and get your schedule, I can watch them until you go get it. So you can have some clarity.
When did you get it about?
Yesterday, but Ms. Goodell gave this to us last week. Okay.
So it's the same schedule as yesterday from here on. It's a full 45 minutes.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't like it because I'm still missing every Wednesday then.
Yes, they're missing first and second period every Wednesday because of maths.
I know that you have short periods to compensate and still get it all.
Because of the way changes that happen.
Okay. So, right. Come on in, guys. I'll just keep you there.
Well, I was wrong. I hate to say I'm wrong.
But I was wrong. They apparently, it bothers me that it used to be that on, my recording's still going. Now I have to